Welcome back. Well, Paso Congressman Tony Gonzales is here in the studio with us this morning to talk about several things that are impacting our community.
Yeah, Congressman, thank you so much for joining us here this morning. We really appreciate it.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we want to get right to it. We have a lot of things to talk about. So obviously, big day today for the VA as they're going to be breaking ground on the new VA Healthcare Center. We know just how crucial this is. You know, we're from the area. So many veterans call the El Paso community home, and just a really big deal. You actually helped secure funding for this project, so something that's very important to you. Can you talk to us a little bit about that, and then the services that this specific center is going to offer that the other one maybe didn't?
Absolutely. I spent 20 years in the military. I get my care through the VA. It's very evident to me early on that West Texas, especially El Paso, region has been forgotten for a long time. A lot of our veterans simply don't have the access to care or the quality of care. I always joke there are three types of members of Congress. You have Republicans, you have Democrats, and you have appropriators. I'm blessed to sit on the Appropriations Committee. That's the power of the purse. That's where Congress can actually move things. And we were able to secure $700 million for this state-of-the-art healthcare facility at Fort Bliss, just alongside Fort Bliss. That's going to help with mental health. It's going to help increase access. Kind of a one-stop shop already located there with the hospital. I'm really excited about it. It's the first of many things that we're going to push for this region to make sure our veterans are taken care of.
Yeah, we just talked about a big veteran community here in El Paso. Currently, veterans have to actually leave El Paso for care. How close are we to getting a hospital, a veteran hospital?
That needs to happen soonest. I've had many discussions with the current Secretary of VA, McDonough, on exactly that. Essentially, access to care. It's not fair for someone to have to travel somewhere. What if you want to, and also the other piece of it too is, while a hospital is important, and we're going to keep pushing for that, being able to see the doctor of your choice is almost equally as important. What if I don't want to travel somewhere else? What if I have a family doctor that I feel comfortable with, or a specialist that I may need? These are the kind of discussions that we owe it to our veterans. They've done so much for us. And in the community of El Paso, so many people are veterans, they're tied to veterans. A lot of folks that retire from Fort Bliss, they stay here or other places. It's a wonderful community for veterans, but we need to do our part and take care of them.
Yeah, the medical need is there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And another topic we wanted to talk about, very important to parents, Jessica and our mothers, and keeping our children safe, especially online. You know, kids have so much more access to social media and the internet these days, even at younger ages than you know we maybe did. Can you talk to us a little bit about the current legislation that's aiming to help with that and where that is in Congress?
I'm with you. I'm a father of 6. So imagine trying to wrangle all my kids and making sure what are they watching, what are they getting exposed to. And like you said, they are growing up in a completely different world than we grew up in.
Exactly.
And you know, my big part is I want kids to be kids for as long as possible. And so the legislation is called the Kids Online Safety Act, KOSA. No legislation for child online safety has been passed since 1998. It's insane. I mean, the world has changed twice over. It's a long time that we get this done. KOSA has already passed out of the Senate. I'm pushing, I'm one of the co-sponsors, I'm pushing to get it passed in the House, and it does a couple simple things. One is it gives parents the ability to monitor their children's online exposure. I think that's very critical. We got to know what our kids are doing. Two, it holds some of these social media companies accountable for sending ads and these other things. Look, if my child decides to smoke or decides to drink, I get all that, but they shouldn't have to make that decision at 10 years old, right? You know what I mean? So stop exposing them to some of these different things. A big part of it is just how do we empower parents and guardians to be able to make sure that our kids are safe. The other piece that I think too that is going to lead up to after we're going to pass KOSA. I feel very strong about that. AI is real. I mean, we're getting to a point we're not going to know what's real, what's not real, and if we're not going to be able to know that as adults, what are our children going to be able to do? I mean, once again, they're exposed to a completely different world than we have, and we have to protect them. A big part of that is passing this legislation in Congress.
Yeah, I think it's becoming more difficult as parents, even as tech savvy as we may be. It's just difficult to track. There's only so much you can do to see what your kids are doing online, but it's like the tech companies are like a step ahead of you. So definitely, it's dangerous.
And the cyberbullying. I mean, there's cyberbullying. You got the sexual exploitations. I mean, the threats online is just through the roof.
Yeah.
And there's no way you're going to pull your child away from social media or access to some of these.
Not these days, not anymore.
Everyone has their phone, everyone's on a game. We just need to empower our parents and our guardians to give them the ability to protect our kids.
Yeah, very important. So something else that is a hot topic right now, of course, is immigration. A lot of people are talking about it, concerned about it. So the Biden administration currently has a program that would give spouses of U.S. citizens some legal status here in the U.S. Right now, we know that it's temporarily blocked. We wanted to get your thoughts on that. And do you think that, a lot of people think it'll fuel illegal immigration? What are your thoughts on that and your main concerns when it comes to immigration?
My main concern is the Biden administration just continues to double down on the illegal immigration part of it. I mean, I'm all about legal immigration. I'm all about people that are trying to do it the right way. I want to streamline, cut through some of the red tape. They need to be vetted. We need to know who they are. We need to separate legal immigration from illegal immigration. And the Biden administration hasn't done that. They've mixed the two, and they've almost put fuel on the fire. And once again, it's almost as if they're just playing politics, and they want to blame someone for what is wrong, instead of going, this is an issue, Congress needs to fix it. Let's work with Congress in a real way, not in a fake way. A lot of times in politics, things are just you're just talking about the problem, never actually solving it. I think there's a way that you can actually protect people that want to be your spouses and others, but you have to separate that from the chaos. I mean, we're seeing more and more people from countries all over the place. I sat down with a farmer yesterday. She goes, Tony, this week there was somebody from Russia through my property, someone from China, someone from the Middle East. I mean, just all over the world. It's no longer Mexican nationals and Central Americans. It's just, I want us to be safe. Going back to kind of our kids being online and the safety, hey, what about us just being safe? We deserve to be safe in our communities. A big part of that is knowing who's in our community. El Paso is a warm and welcoming place. We want people to come and live the American dream, but what the Biden administration has done, it's encouraged illegal immigration, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah, you mentioned Tren de Agua also be one of your biggest concerns as well, right?
100%, yeah. Tren de Agua, they're real. And they're a significant threat. They're only going to grow. What I worry about too is, drive around, you see folks. There are folks that you can see, you're just like, you're not from here. You're up to no good. That's the part that worries me. Like, what about us? We're a safe city. We've been a safe city. We need to encourage that level of it. And a big part of it is vetting the people that are here. Let's encourage legal immigration. Let's encourage work visas. Let's encourage those type of things. You want to come and work? We got a job for you. But if you're going to come here illegally, there is no room for that. You're going to be deported immediately. There has to be a right way and a wrong way, and we have to encourage that. That's what I'm pushing in Congress, and that's what I've been pushing this administration to do.
Yeah, the topic of immigration, a very hot topic everywhere right now, but us in our community, we live in a border town, and we live it every single day. Yeah. What would you like to say to the people about the work you're doing to combat this issue?
Yeah, I think a big part of it is we cannot give up. Like, we cannot let our community get turned upside down. Our community deserves to feel safe. We deserve to feel safe. And we can be passionate, we can be all those wonderful things that our community has done, but we deserve to know who's in our community. We deserve to be able to make sure that our kids and our community is safe. The bottom line, I mean, we're Americans, and look, Juarez, we have a very close relationship with Juarez. Right. A lot of people go back and forth.
We have family members.
Family members, I want to encourage that. It's a reason why I'm hosting 2 congressional candidates, one from Colorado, one from Alabama, that haven't been to the border, for them to see it, to go, look outside the window. Yeah, that is Mexico. It's different. It's different. Add the security piece to it, but also add the cultural piece to it, add the economic piece to it, and tie it in together and go, this isn't just some some clip you're seeing, these Trandawa folks and other bad actors, like, you don't want them in your neighborhoods. I mean, I don't care where you are. We certainly don't want them in our backyards.
Yeah, Congressman, thank you so much for taking the time
you.
to talk
Great.
with us about these very important topics today. We appreciate it. If you missed this, we are going to post this to our website at kfoxtv.com.
Yeah, for now we want to go ahead and send things on over to forecaster Hannah Frescas.